Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XWA TakeDown, and welcome officially to the beginning of the Undisputed Era in the Extraordinary Wrestling Association, as Jackie Jourdain Jr. personally introduces the XWA Universe to its new World Heavyweight Champion, Undisputed Ethan Ulrich. At XWA Madness, Ulrich survived 5 of the best in the world to walk out of the Iron Asylum match as the new heavyweight champion of the world. And tonight is a night of celebration and gloating, as this crowd has mixed reactions to the youngest champion in XWA history. Ulrich beginning his ascent to the top of the pro wrestling world with an undefeated streak that he still enjoys, having won the Iron Asylum match itself. A fact that certainly draws parallels between Ulrich and another former champion in the form of Angelus Aurelius, the man formerly known as Orion. There is decidedly a different demeanor in Ethan Ulrich in comparison to the former God King, however. This man is cocky, confident, and knows exactly what it is that he is capable of. And as per usual, he lets his business advisor, Jackie Jourdain Jr., do all the talking for him. I don't particularly agree with everything that's been said so far, but the fact of the matter is that Ulrich is the champion, and he still has yet to taste defeat in competition. And that poses a very interesting question. And wait a sec. A familiar tune begins to play in the arena. The lights dim down, the sparks flare up, and the last man eliminated from the Iron Asylum makes his way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the original Young Lion, Jesse Rizin, who definitely showed up and showed out at XWA Madness. He entered the Asylum at number 3 and lasted all the way to the very end, just barely being edged out by Ulrich for the World Heavyweight Championship. And it would appear that Rizin also feels some type of way about the words and statements being made here tonight. And now Ulrich speaks out, usually more resigned to let Jourdain talk for him, but wait a second, look at this. Getting right into the face of Jesse Risen. You can feel the intensity right now inside of the ring. So it looks like just like that, we're about to have a championship match going down, but wait a second. Backstage, Vice President of the XWA, Tyson Blackheart. He interjects and makes one hell of a matchup here tonight. Jesse Risen versus the former champion Christian Phoenix for #1 contendership. This is a pay-per-view quality match here. A dream match even. And wait a second, Ulrich with a cheap shot. Elbow to the top of the head of Risen, but look at the young lion fighting back. And there goes that athleticism. That is the staple of Jesse Risen, but that kick had absolutely no effect on the Undisputed One, who just dropped him like a bad habit, and oh God. Back suplex on Risen, trying to make an early statement here, but a fireman's carry counter by Risen, and oh my God, are you kidding me? Risen fall by Jesse Risen, and now he lays eyes on Jackie Jourdain Jr., who wants no parts. Ethan Ulrich attempted to make a statement here, but Jesse Risen's momentum is running like a freight train. The young lion versus the man on fire. #1 contendership for the championship as our main event. Wow. It is now time for our opening contest of the evening here on XWA TakeDown. And making his way to the squared circle, Abu Hassan, bodyguard and confidant to Prince Hamid Aziz, who you see skipping around ever so jovially on the fact that his big backup has returned to the fold. Also on the fact that Aziz himself has a match later on tonight as well for the XWA National Championship. But this match here was one that was requested, dare I say, demanded by Hassan's opponent, making his way into the arena. There has been a growing, heated rivalry and animosity between Hamid Aziz and the man they call Black Hercules, Xander Xavier Luther. Dating back to XWA Ambition, where Aziz costed Luther his opportunity to once again become national champion. Of course, this rivalry added a new layer with the re-emergence of Hassan, who interjected in a match between Luther and Aziz at our last Takedown broadcast. which of course leads to this match right here. XXL taking personal interest in the giant from Saudi Arabia. I spoke to him earlier and he said he is going to systematically dismantle this pairing. First Hassan tonight, and then Aziz when he has nobody to hide behind, once and for all. A bold plan by the former All-Pro defensive end. But the fact of the matter is, at this present moment, he's in a 2-on-1 situation. And I think he's firmly aware of the fact that Aziz is going to be scuttling around the ring, making sure that his guy is at the advantage as much as possible. Especially considering the fact that on paper, this is a very evenly matched contest in a league like the XWA that has a plethora of big, strong guys. Xander Xavier Luther and Abu Hassan are among the biggest and the strongest. Though Luther there showing some flexibility on that rolling soul kick. Taking the initiative early in this match. He wants to get after Hassan in a bad way. And blows him over with that clothesline in the corner. And here we see, right out of the gates, Aziz getting involved, distracting Luther. And Abu Hassan takes full advantage. And now Hassan dumps XXL like a sack of potatoes. That is not a small man, but look at Xander Xavier Luther just pop right back up to his feet. Incredible fortitude by the native of the Bronx, New York. And he takes Hassan down again with a barrage of strikes. Now applying a nerve hold right to the trapezius muscle of Hassan. Slowing down the pace here. A methodical approach, it would seem, by Luther. And a big-time spine buster. Shades of the legendary Ron Simmons. Goes for the first cover of the match and only gets a count of 2. Big-time slam there by XXL, however. We'll see how Hassan recovers, if he can recover. Back in the corner once again. And once again, Xander Xavier Luther asserting himself, but quickly Hassan on the attack. Goes low, goes high, and then delivers one of those scintillating chops. And meanwhile, have a look at Hamid Aziz. He just threw a chair into the ring. And now distracting the ref, and Hassan with the steel chair. Oh my goodness. The referee didn't see a thing. Heel tactics 101. And now Abu Hassan gloating to these fans. And now, oh my goodness, the Hassan chop. Right to the back of the head. And this one's gotta be over. That's gotta be it. No. XXL still has plenty of fight in him. Despite the momentum shift, thanks in great part to an assist by Hamid Aziz. But if you followed the XWA for any amount of time, you know there is not a single ounce of quit in the heart of Xander Xavier Luther. And look at the ring's presence of XXL rolling out of harm's way and rolling out of the way of that second steel chair shot. Is Hassan even aware of the fact that he would have got disqualified if he would have hit that chair shot while the referee was looking? But I don't think Double XL wants a win in that way. He wants to defeat Hassan, not just win a match against him. And as Hassan attempted to roll out of the ring and regroup right back on the attack, is Xander Xavier Luther, who now asserts his power. And suddenly, the momentum has shifted back into the favor of Black Hercules. But just like that, Aziz outside of the ring again with a distraction. And Hassan with the vice grip. And oh goodness, he just dropped Luther right against the middle rope. Sheer brutality by Hassan. And again, Hassan taking advantage of distractions by Hamid Aziz outside of the ring. And again, Hassan dragging Luther's carcass to the middle. Referee down for the 3 counts, but he will not get it. Another near fall as Double XL just does not go down easy. And here we get Xander Xavier Luther fighting back, trying to get himself back into this contest as he delivers another scintillating high-angle spine buster. And follows up with a scoop slam. Double XL tried to reclaim momentum for a 3rd time in this match. Will it be the charm, though? That is the question. And here is vintage Double XL hanging Abu Hassan out to dry with the hanging vertical suplex. Hooks the leg. 2. No. A near fall by Double XL now. And let's not take anything away from the intestinal fortitude of Abu Hassan. He doesn't need Hamid Aziz out here to hold his own. But there is definitely strength in numbers as Double XL misfires on the diving elbow, and Hassan takes advantage. Takes him down, throws him over with a back body drop, and now Hassan answers back with a spine buster of his own. And now what does Abu have planned? Oh gosh! Another Hassan chop. That man's hand is the size of a full-size frying pan, crashing right onto the cranium of Double XL. And wait a second, Hassan just reached under the ring and grabbed a sledgehammer. Is he not aware of the fact that, oh goodness, is he not aware of the fact that hitting Luther with that weapon is an instant disqualification? I don't think he cares. You could hear Hassan screaming from outside of the ring to strike Luther down. This was never about a victory for Abu Hassan so much as it was softening Double XL up. His only function was to lay a beat down here on Xander Xavier Luther for Aziz. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to XWA TakeDown as we turn our attention to a match that took place just last night across the Pacific for View Japan Pro Wrestling, as the GWGP tag team titles were put on the line as the reigning champions, dead or alive, faced off against the Brothers of the Wolf family crest, better known simply as the House of Wolves. And for many of you out there, this is probably going to be the first time that you will see the Brothers Wolf in action. The House of Wolves. To the left of your screen is Damon Wolf, and to the right, younger brother Devin. Both highly trained athletes in kickboxing, judo, karate, jiu-jitsu, and of course, classic Greco-Roman wrestling. They have been born and bred into combat. Individually, they are more than capable competitors, but as is emblazoned on their ring gear, a quote from the Jungle Book, not the Disney version, the Rudyard Kipling written Jungle Book. The strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. A declaration of solidarity between these two brothers who have sworn to compete alongside of each other and aim to eventually hold every tag team championship there is. XWA, Purity, and View Japan. Their first step begins tonight by attempting to take away the GWGP tag team titles from these two behemoths known as Dead or Alive. To the left, Kenichi Kenshiro, and to the right, the Gunblade Tenryo Tanagashima, both disciples of the legendary Iron Hammer himself, Koga Kobayashi, and card-carrying members of his Strong Style Squadron, a group of individuals in View Japan who believe that might is right. And it is all about power, precision, and sheer brute force. That is their modus operandi. No two men are better suited for that mindset than the Gunblade and the Black Dragon, as they settle themselves in for another title defense of the coveted Grapplers World Grand Prix Tag Team Championships. The challengers making their very first appearance here on the View Japan World Tour, and will look to make a very lasting first impression here by becoming the first team to defeat DOA since they won the titles. And of course, Dead or Alive, fighting champions in every sense of the word. They have defended these titles here in Japan, across the pond in Europe, and even in the United States at XWA Live Tour shows. And will once again look to stake their claim here tonight as possibly the best tag team in the world. A claim that the Wolves most certainly want to hold themselves. And we will begin this match with Damon Wolf and Tenryo Tanagashima. And starting right off with some high impact, striking, trading blows. Tanagashima also well adept in striking himself despite his obvious power advantage. But look at the technique of Damon Wolf, and that is what the House of Wolves brings to the dance. They are finely tuned and cohesive, a machine as ever you will see in tag team wrestling. I mean, they're brothers, so you would kind of expect there to be a strong sense of cohesion as the Gunblade getting some reps in at the expense of Damon Wolf there. And Tenryu draws Wolf in, goads him into an arm drag and follows up with a shoulder check, bowling the man over. And oh my goodness, there goes that power. Tenryu Tanagashima, the Gunblade, is a force of nature. But there goes an arm drag counter there by Damon Wolf, judo style, and slows down the pace here, driving that well-developed shoulder of Tanagashima into the canvas. Now follows up with a stiff knee right to the gut, and then follows up by digging his knee right into Tanagashima's neck. Irish whip now into the corner. And Devin Wolf is now tagged in. Some tag team tactics being demonstrated here by the House of Wolves. Incredible combination. But only a 2 count. Combination of kicks into a Northern Lights with a bridge. Impressive maneuvering by the brothers Wolf, as Devin now will look to continue to wear down the Gunblade. It's in their best interest to keep the pressure on Tanagashima and not allow him to tag in the Black Dragon, Kenichi Kensho. And now Tenryu with a little digging of his own, driving the sole of his boot into the solar plexus of Devin Wolf. And a beautiful standing drop kick by the 295-pound Gunblade. For a man his size, he moves like a cruiserweight. Definitely a card-carrying example of that new school of big man that we have seen over recent years. As Tanagashima tags in Kensho, and they deliver a combination strike themselves at the expense of both sides of Devin Wolf's cranium. And now the Black Dragon with a falcon arrow on Wolf. The elder Wolf, sensing his brother is in danger here as he calls for the tag. But Kensho cutting the ring off with that knee slam right to the side of the head again. Goes for a cover, but only gets a count of 2. And now Kensho, the more methodical of the Dead or Alive team, slowing the pace down, but still delivering some hard, high impact. Just taking his time here, picking Devin Wolf apart. And maybe taking a little bit too much time there on that fist drop from the second rope. And now Devin Wolf will look to take advantage. Beautiful combination there of strikes. And now Wolf again applying pressure to the knee and the ankle of the Black Dragon, like he did to Nagashima earlier on in the match against that bottom rope, and backs him into his own corner. Shot right to the knee there, and just as he strikes, Tanagashima tagged himself in. I don't think Wolf is aware that Tenryu Tanagashima is now the legal man in this match. He's still got his eyes trained on Kensho. Takes him out onto the apron. And now Tenryu with a glancing discus clothesline. And now follows up with a hanging vertical suplex. taking advantage of the confusion by Wolf. I think he honestly thought that the Black Dragon was still the legal man in the match. I think now he knows exactly what the situation is. Beautiful deadlift backdrop suplex there by the gun blade. And now, from power to agility. Classic splash into a cover, hooks the leg. Only gets a 2 count, however. Tanagashima would be wise to continue to put the pressure on. But no, Wolf fights his way out of that predicament with a chop block. And now, Dragon suplex by Devin Wolf into a bridge, but only a 2 count. And now Devin wisely tags his older brother back into the match. The Fresh Wolf is back into this contest. And oh my goodness, a scintillating flying roundhouse kick. He calls that one the Wolf's Tooth. And is it enough to win the Wolves the tag team titles? No. The match continues on. But what a shot that was. And follows up with some more. But wait a second. Maybe a little too celebratory as Damon Wolf. As Tanagashima shows off that champion caliber resiliency. German suplex and now hurls Damon Wolf over the top rope out onto the mat. Remember, folks, we're in Japan, so the referee has a 20 count that he can utilize while combatants are outside of the ring, as opposed to 10 in the United States and Europe. And make no mistake, the Gunblade is going to take advantage of every second of this count as he digs those boots right into the chest of Damon Wolf. Counts up to 7 now, and it looks like Tanagashima is actually going to take this back into the ring, but not without leaving one last impression on Damon Wolf. And now Tanagashima to the middle rope and drives an elbow right to the forehead. The point of the elbow right to the forehead of Wolf. He tags in the Black Dragon, who flexes on the elder Wolf brother and drops an elbow after a roundhouse kick of his own, showing that he's got some martial arts acumen himself. But look at Damon Wolf fight back there. Knee to the gut and a series of kicks right to the calf. And again, Damon Wolf slinging out combos like the McDonald's dollar menu. And these fans here in Tokyo can certainly respect a good striker and great martial artists. And the House of Wolves are most certainly that. Here's Damon Wolf, top turnbuckle, going high risk, and delivers a diving headbutt. Shades of another legend who made a name for himself here in Japan, the Dynamite Kid, as Wolf goes for the cover and only gets a count of 2. These 4 men are throwing everything in the book at each other, as words being exchanged by Wolf, words that Kensho didn't take a liking to, I guess, as he delivers a series of knees right to the chest of Damon Wolf and digs another knee right to the side of the head. Oh, take a look at this. Fireman's carry counter and another Wolf's Tooth delivered by Damon Wolf. Will he go for another cover? No. Instead, looking possibly to add some insurance here. He tags in younger brother Devin, and they're setting up for the big finish. They call this the Wolf's Bane. And we could have new GWGP Tag Team Champions right here. Devin Wolf goes for the cover. And the Gunblade protects his investment by breaking up the pin and driving his knee right into the face of Devin Wolf. Gets back out onto the apron, and now both men, both legal competitors, are down and out. But the Black Dragon stirs as his partner saves his team from certain defeat. And now Kenichi Kensho setting Devin Wolf up for the Black Dragon DDT. And the referee doesn't even get the chance to get the 3 count here, as Damon Wolf instantly comes in and saves his brother from defeat. But at what cost? He just ate a stiff powerbomb and is now incapacitated outside of the ring. Devin Wolf is in big trouble right now. This is a 2-on-1 situation as Kensho delivers a spear. And now the Black Dragon tagging in the Gunblade. And DOA delivers dead on arrival. 1, 2, and no. Devin Wolf with the wherewithal to kick out of the dead on arrival. And Damon Wolf now looking for a measure of payback of his own. Or perhaps not. The Gunblade 1 step ahead, and Damon Wolf again finds himself laid out outside of the ring. But he just brought his brother some time to get back into this. Combination strikes there. Roundhouse kick. Discus elbow. And now, Devin Wolf setting up to Nagashima for the Young Wolves howl. But he's not done yet. Devin Wolf climbs to the top turnbuckle, looking for the big finish, but look at the Gunblade. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Tag Team Wrestling. Let's take a look at the replay here. The House of Wolves were game. Wolf's Bane on Kensho. But the Gunblade saves his team. And Kenichi counters with the Black Dragon DDT. DOA retaliates with dead on arrival. But Devin Wolf somehow manages to kick out of that. Continues to fight on, despite them cutting off his brother on numerous occasions. But intestinal fortitude wins the day. Tenryo Nagashima wills his way out of a disadvantageous situation and wins the match. And thus DOA are still the reigning, defending, successfully I might add, GWGP Tag Team Champions. We're back live here on Takedown, and I'm receiving word that there's some form of situation happening in the backstage area. If we could get a camera feed back there and see what the hell's going on. Wait a second. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Christian Phoenix backstage, and he's apparently in some form of altercation with an individual that I have no idea who the hell is. What the hell is going on here? Is this guy signed? Is he on roster? Somebody needs to get security back there and break this up. Phoenix is scheduled to take part in the main event here tonight, but he just got dumped through that door, and oh god, oh my goodness, this guy, whoever he is, just nailed Phoenix with that garbage can, and now this brawl is spilled into the locker room, and what the hell is going on here? Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this man. Who the hell is this guy? And why is he attacking Christian Phoenix? Oh god, no. No, don't do this. No, don't. Oh my goodness. He just power bombed Phoenix through the table and he's not done. What the hell is going on here? Does Tyson Blackheart know about this? Does anybody know about this? Where the hell did this guy come from? What is he doing? Oh god. No. He's not going to do what I think he is. No. No. Oh my god. Can we get some medics back there to check on Phoenix? This does not look good. Ladies and gentlemen, I've received word that Christian Phoenix is currently being transported to a local medical facility. And as soon as we get any information regarding his condition after that attack that we just witnessed moments ago, we will relay it to you. But in the meantime, the XWA National Championship is about to be put on the line here tonight, as Prince Hamid Aziz, who is ever as cocky, especially after what transpired in the opening contest, now has the opportunity to win his first singles title here in the XWA. He's got his big backup with him, and after what happened earlier at the expense of XXL, that's got to be looming heavy on the head of the new XWA National Champion as he makes his way down to the ring. Ricky Ortega ended the longest reign in XWA men's history when he took away the national championship from Union King. Speaking to him earlier, he said that's a tough act to follow, and there is a lot of prestige in this title, and he intends on carrying on its legacy with pride. And I quote, "I am not a fluke. I am not a one-hit wonder. I will be a fighting champion, and my name will be as synonymous as anyone's with this belt." Let's go to the ring introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the XWA National Championship. Introducing the challenger from the city of Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Prince Hamid Aziz. And his opponent, from Miami, Florida, he is the reigning, defending XWA National Champion, Ricky Ortega.
Ortega clearly feels the pressure of that particular title in his possession that he hands to the referee. That championship aspiration could very well end here tonight, considering the caliber of opponent that he's facing, and especially considering the 330 or so pound behemoth standing outside of the ring along with his opponent here tonight. As I said, this is a glorified 2-on-1, and that is definitely not in an advantageous position for the champion. The only thing going for him, however, is the fact that there is the champion's advantage, and the only way that Aziz can win the national title is by pinfall or submission. So if there's a disqualification, if the referee sees Hassan get involved in this match or catches Aziz in any form of the underhanded tactics that he's known for, he doesn't walk away with the title. And that's got to be something on his mind here tonight. He's got to win this the old-fashioned way, or as close to it as possible, being as crafty as possible. I don't think this referee is going to get fooled. Not twice. Well, not 3 times, as it were. Aziz, however, doing well at the start here. And there goes some underhanded tactics, digging his fingers into the eyes of the national champion. And now, the prince from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia look to follow up there, but Ortega cuts him off, delivers the double axe handle, and now regains control. Series of elbows right to the traps of Aziz. And now Ortega hyping himself up with the big time elbow drop. Now, contrary to their individual styles and mannerisms, these men are both kind of cut from the same cloth here. A couple of party boys, for lack of a better term, except the fact Ricky Ortega obviously growing up in Miami, living on South Beach. He knows the party lifestyle as good as anyone as he goes for the cover, but only a 2 count. And of course, the prince living in the lap of luxury, well known for some of the most extravagant parties known to man, as he delivers a stiff shot, but Ortega right back to his feet and gets sent back down to the canvas with another shot. Stiff right hand, but the fortitude of Ortega right back up to his feet again, only to get knocked down a 3rd time, and this time Ortega rolling out of the ring. Aziz a little too overconfident and got sucked in by Ortega, who suplexes him right out of the ring. That's a long way down, folks. And now Ortega exerting the power advantage on that gut wrench right onto the mat. Ricky Ortega, of course, defeating Union King on XWA TakeDown to win the national championship. Hamid Aziz got involved in that match, or attempted to, and give an assist to his world finest brethren before XXL interjected himself, thus beginning their rivalry. And Ortega now, wow, some tremendous upper body strength as he transfers from a powerbomb into his signature Argentine backbreaker. And now Ortega looking to finish things off here. Has Aziz on his shoulders, who's possibly going for the Rickroll. But Aziz with a counter on the elbows and retaliates with the Arabian Nightmare. Aziz hooks the leg. We can have a new national champion here. But we won't. At least not yet. Shoulders up at 2. The match continues. And now Aziz will look to take advantage of the big-time move here as he corners Ortega, delivers a chop, delivers a punch, and delivers more elbows right to the temple of the champion. And now what's Aziz got planned here? Another signature tactic of the Prince. He calls the Snake Charmer. Series of boots all around the extremities, finishing with one right to the face. But look at Ortega pop right back up. Counter, right hand, clothesline, a second clothesline. Ducks under and delivers a third. It might not be fancy, but it's effective. And that's the name of Ricky Ortega's game. A second Argentine backbreaker. And now Ortega, with the momentum back in his favor, will look to finish things off here. Maybe take a bit too much time. Maybe not. And what we got here? Oh, wow. Ricky Ortega throwing out a new move in the arsenal. Goes for the cover, but only a count of 2. Beautiful swinging face buster variation there. Might not have gotten the win, but it's gotten him back into this match, and I think that's well enough for him. Ortega now slower the pace. Snapmare applying a chin lock now in the center of the ring. Trying to wear Aziz down and at the same time possibly regain some stamina. Not a bad tactic after all the maneuvering and the upper body movement of his. All these power moves. But Aziz fights his way out. Now has Ortega in the corner again and takes his time before shooting in with a lariat. And now the Prince, with momentum back in his favor, tosses the champion out of the ring. And now have a look at Aziz distracting the referee. Meanwhile, Abu Hassan outside of the ring asserts himself on Ricky Ortega. Tossed him across the space onto the mat. Now a double arm choke slam. The referee doesn't see a single second of any of that attack and only now begins his 1 count as Hassan rolls Ortega back into the ring. And now Aziz, for the second time, delivers the Arabian Nightmare. And it's academic from here, folks. Not like this. Aziz is gonna steal the national championship. No. No, even after that, somehow Ricky Ortega with the shoulder up and wait a second. From backstage out of nowhere, I don't even know how he even got here that fast. Double XL runs down the ramp and spears Abu Hassan literally out of those cow leather loafers of his. Luther now dragging Hassan to the stage, and what's he gonna do here? Oh God, no. Are you serious right now? Dominator right against the LCD paneling of our stage. And Abu Hassan is out. I don't know if he's out cold, but he is without question out of the picture. And this just became a fair one, ladies and gentlemen. Ortega now with a little salsa. Ortega going to the top turnbuckle here, as Aziz appears to be out on his feet. And the champion delivers a beautiful flying clothesline off the top rope. And these fans here are now on their feet as Ricky Ortega senses the beginning of the end. Aziz on the shoulders. Round and round he goes as Ricky Ortega delivers the Rick Roll into the cover, hooking the leg. And for Ricky Ortega, he has successfully defended the XWA National Championship for the very first time of what he hopefully believes to be many. As we take a look at the instant replay here, Abu Hassan getting involved in a big way and possibly triggering Double XL to come out here and get an order of payback from earlier on in the night. Dominator onto the solid paneling of our stage. And Ricky Ortega takes advantage of the one-on-one scenario and finishes Aziz with the Rick Roll. And I reiterate this quote every time a new champion is crowned. The immortal words of mixed martial arts legend Matt Hughes when he said, "You cannot truly call yourself a champion until you've successfully defended your title." Well, tonight, Ricky Ortega just got over a major hump, successfully defending the XWA National Championship. And now he begins to walk his own path with the title. And ladies and gentlemen, I just received word that Christian Phoenix is out as a result from injury from this attack earlier tonight by an unknown assailant. He's been removed from the #1 Contenders match that is our main event, and replacing him in facing Jesse Risen will be the next man down the list in the form of Union King. Our cameras caught up to him backstage after he was given the news. Union King faces Jesse Risen for #1 contendership for the XWA World Heavyweight title. That match next. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the evening. And this one is to determine the #1 contender for the XWA Heavyweight Championship of the world. And for this man, an opportunity out of the blue as a result of an earlier attack on the man who he replaces here in this contest. Union King was the third man eliminated from the Iron Asylum match at XWA Madness. So it only makes sense going down the line that in Christian Phoenix's absence, he gets this opportunity. And as he stated before the break, this opportunity for him is practically a birthright. After having held the XWA National Championship longer than any single competitor in company history, it was only a natural progression for him to pursue the heavyweight championship. The title itself eluded him at Madness. We'll see if the opportunity for the title slips through his fingertips here tonight. That would be the case if he continues to underestimate his opponent. As he stated before the break, Union King did in fact defeat this man for the national championship. But Jesse Rizin is a changed human being since that fateful day almost 2 years ago. In that time, Jesse Rizin has gone under the tutelage of the legendary king of sport, Magnus von Schwartz, the first building block to what is now known as Lion's Pride. A team, a group, a faction, whatever it is that you want to call them, that Rizin currently serves as captain of, and has certainly carried the moniker and honor with pride, dignity, and passion, rising up the ranks to become a perennial championship contender. And for both of these men, a chance at vindication, a chance at a one-on-one matchup against Ethan Ulrich for the heavyweight championship of the world. And right out of the gates, both men are showing some pure intensity. They tie up, Irish whip now by Rizin, ducks under. No score, however, on the spinning wheel kick, and better believe that Union King will take advantage of any mistakes made. As well-oiled a technical competitor as you will ever see in a professional wrestling ring. One of the most decorated progenies of the venerable Iron Lords Academy in London, England, founded by the legendary Sir Alex Windsor, that also includes his daughter Alexis, and of course did he just bite the fingers? Well, that wasn't very gentlemanly like. Well, as I was saying, Union King in the company of the likes of Alexis Windsor, and of course the current Purity World Champion Simon Chase. Of course, it probably eats at the soul of Union King the fact that his rival Chase is a world champion, whereas he is yet to win the big one. Despite the fact that this is only his second actual opportunity at a world title. Make no mistake, however, Jesse Rizin is not going to make that quest any easier. And here is King now with a beautiful falling tombstone. Union King's wrestling style over the course of the past couple of months since losing the national championship has become far more aggressive as he goes for another cover there. Once known as being one of the more polished competitors, he's definitely become a whole lot more scrappier since losing that belt. And it shows in all of his mannerisms, being very much more violent, as we're about to see here. Oh gosh. curb stomp right to the back of the neck. This is an angry Union King as he delivers that signature knee trembler and will look to put Ryzen away. Crown Royale coming up, but no. The young lion counters and takes King down with a stiff clothesline. And now Jesse Ryzen looking to regain some momentum and looking for something big here. If he scores this, oh, drive by right to the side of the head of Union King. Quickly into the cover. 2, and no. Union King barely getting the shoulder up at 2.9 after that double drop kick right to the temple. And here comes Jesse Ryzen. Signature Lion's Pride chain wrestling in the form of a Chimeraplex with a bridge. 2. But no, that's not enough to get this thing over with. But it certainly gets Ryzen fired up. Hoisting King up. Snake Eyes to the top turnbuckle. And now Jesse Ryzen. No, countered by King. Kick to the gut and a stiff forearm right to the face as the Gentleman Warrior takes a bow and knocks Ryzen right off the apron. And now uncharacteristic Union King here up on the top rope, looking for some serious high risk off the top, out to the outside of the ring, but sidestepped by Jesse Ryzen. But how about the wherewithal of Union King? How about the wherewithal of Jesse Ryzen? This has just become a war of attrition. And now another Snake Eyes, this time to the steel steps. Face first goes Union King. But right back on it. King with a counter. Referee's count is up to 6, and now King rolling Ryzen back into the ring. And that exchange outside was a stalemate. But Union King with the regal cutter, looking to claim momentum, looking to claim the #1 contendership on the pinfall, but no. Ryzen kicks out. And again, putting the boots to his opponent, but Jesse Ryzen counters. Back body drop. Union King counters. And now it's become a strike fest. But here comes Ryzen. Gutbuster variation. Knee right to the breadbasket. And Jesse Ryzen, the young lion, again using the 3-headed monster. Chimeraplex. Again with a bridge. And again only a 2 count for his efforts. But now Jesse Ryzen delivers the Ryzen fall. Slow to take advantage though, needed a breather, but look at this. Union King kicked out of the Ryzen fall, unbelievable. With the stakes of this high, you have to dig deep. And that is exactly what both of these men are doing. Ryzen misses the stomp, gets kicked to the face. And now Union King, this time, scores on the Crown Royale, center of the ring. And no, are you kidding me? Both men have just kicked out of each other's finishing maneuvers. This is incredible. This is what the #1 contendership means to both of these men. This is what the opportunity to wrestle for the heavyweight championship of the world means for both of these men. And now, Union King, after a second knee trembler, tries to rip Jesse Risen's arm right out of its socket. Kissing the fist, going for a second Crown Royale off of a third attempt. Will he be 2 for 3? No, he's only 1 for 3 on the night. Another counter by Risen. And now Jesse Risen, again, a house of fire. This time he scores on that spinning wheel kick after the combination. Risen stalking his prey. And he is in the zone right now. Leaps over the top rope and delivers. High Risen. Down goes Union King. And he's feeling it right now. Jesse Risen is in the zone. He is on a roll. And he's setting Union King up for the Sling Blade. And we know what that usually sets up for. Risen is a house of fire right now. Maybe a little bit too much emotion boiling up here. But he can sense it. This crowd can sense it. Seconds away, inches away. A second Risen fall. Could that be it? It could be. It might be. It is. Jesse Risen is now officially the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship of the world. As we look at the replay here, this was Union King's third attempt at a Crown Royale. Unsuccessful. And from that point on, it was all Jesse Risen. The young lion was on the prowl. He stalked his prey. He hunted. And he got what he wanted. Bittersweet that it wasn't Christian Phoenix in this match. But we still got ourselves a classic here. And in the end, Risen with a measure of payback against the man who defeated him for the national championship. Wait a second. Wait a second, from out of the crowd. Ethan Ulrich. Blindsiding the man who he now knows will be facing him for the heavyweight championship of the world. And picking right up where he left off earlier tonight. Neckbreaker by the Undisputed One. And he is none too happy getting shown up by Jesse Risen at the top of the program. And now looks to vent his frustrations. Powerbomb. A second. And a third by Ulrich. The champion is seething. He is fuming. And now he delivers an undisputed truth of the man who will be facing him for the title. And a shower of boos fills this arena. I don't think Ethan Ulrich cares one bit. Another undisputed truth. And right now he's making a statement. He quite simply wants to establish and assert dominance. And put Risen in his place. The line in the sand has just been drawn. And this war has officially begun. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it here on behalf of everyone at the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. 3X signing off. We'll see you at XWA Girl Fights. Absolutely disgraceful.